Okay, guys, so we're going to look closely at how we might use the compass model in order to help our thinking around a problem. Now, the problem we have in this particular instance is what would happen if there was no electricity in Singapore for a whole week. So let's have a look at the compass model. First of all, in this particular slide, there is some information at the bottom about what each of these elements mean. Okay, so we have nature, meaning trees, animals, plants, climate, in the natural world. Of economy, which is to do with businesses, money, and things like that. You've got social, which is to do with people and how we interact with each other in our communities and such. And then you've got well-being, which is kind of our actual health, mental and physical health. All right, so I've put some questions here which will help your thinking. These questions I've put in specifically for this problem. But often it's good to start a compass model by putting in what are the questions you're going to be asking yourself here, or what's the problem and how does that relate to each individual element, okay? So the good thing about the compass model is you cannot be right or wrong in using the compass model, as long as you can explain what you've put and why you've put it. So, for example, how might nature be impacted if there's no electricity? I might say that nature is going to be impacted in a positive way, because when there's no electricity, there's less fossil fuels being used, perhaps. So I might say that there's going to be a positive way, but instead of just putting nature would benefit, that's not giving me a what or a why. So we want to have because statements in there, okay? So nature would benefit because. You might say nature wouldn't benefit, okay? Because, and then you might have your reason. But you've got to think. So there's no right or wrong answer, absolutely no right or wrong answer, so long as you're explaining what you're putting here. All right. And what I recommend you do is be creative as well. If you have questions, so similar to when we were doing our mind maps and stuff before, if you have statements, you could maybe put them in speech bubbles, like here. Or if you have thoughts or additional questions, you can also put them on here. Okay. So if you have questions and you really don't know, then put it on here. Okay. But where would it go? Is it related to nature? Is it related to economy? Is it related to society? Or is it related to well-being? Okay. And the other thing as well, you can absolutely put in images. So if I want to insert an image perhaps of a power station, which is going to help me to explain about how nature might benefit from a lack of electricity or for no electricity for a week, I can insert my image here, and then I can go on to search the web and I can find an image that is going to relate to what I want. So don't just write, you can put images as well. You can put thoughts and questions as well as statements. And as I said, anything goes on a compass model as long as you are explaining the why behind it and your reasoning. Okay, and with that in mind, I've put this seesaw logo here. Your teacher might want you to do it in a different way, but this would be a great thing to put on Seesaw and VoiceOver to explain in more detail what you've put and explain your thinking there. So as I said, your teacher might want you to put it on, submit it via Google Classroom. That's fine as well. But this would make a really good explanation piece for a video rather than just submitting something as a fixed document. So having some discussion around it would be really beneficial. Okay. If there's any questions, don't forget to check in with your teacher.